Welcome back, guys. You're watching Entrepreneur. In this video, we're going to be going over basically what happened in the last 24 to 48 hours with Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency space. But before we get into this video, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and also turn on post notifications so you guys get updated when we post our daily cryptocurrency video every single day. And for those of you guys who are looking to become more of traders in this space, definitely check out our free Facebook page and group. The link is in the description, and we put out a daily market analysis every single day outlining our top trades as well as the market sentiment for the day. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely check that out, and anything else you see in the description as well. So getting into the price movements in the last 24 hours, Bitcoin obviously kind of consolidating. We'll obviously take a look back at the charts in a second, but mostly consolidating. Ethereum actually taking a pretty big hit, as well as some of the other market leaders, Ripple and Bitcoin Cash as well, down about 2 to 4% across the board there. And then overall, I mean, just kind of staying the same for the most part. Not a ton of movement. Bitcoin really bringing a lot of uncertainty to the markets right now. We'll touch on the one story that we're going to talk about today, but for now, my focus is really, like normal, on these undervalued projects that we've talked about in the past, due to the fact that I think eventually, within the next 6 to 12 months, somewhere in that timeline, I do think we're going to start to see a reversal in this overall downtrend that we've now been in for a good amount of time. So jumping into some TA on Bitcoin, on the daily chart, we are looking a little bit better. Obviously, we have started that descendance in the MACD, seen that crossover on volume. So hopefully that starts to curve back up and we see some positive momentum out of Bitcoin, because again, the daily chart does usually signal how things will perform for a month to maybe even longer, maybe a little bit shorter. But overall, if we start to see a bearish tone for the next month or so, I think we'll end up going below 57 to 6,000, which would be quite unfortunate and really leave the price up to who really knows at that point, considering how many times we bounced off that level. So again, what I'm looking for is more consolidation at the level that we're currently at. I'm fine if we do drop down to 5,700 and 6,000 and bounce back up, but if we were to break below that, that's really what I'm worried about at this point. Jumping into the 4-hour though, this still does look positive, so I still do think there is a chance that we see a jump back towards the upside and start to see some movement back in that direction. Part of that is going to have a lot to do with the story we cover in a moment here, but overall, Bitcoin looking pretty good in the short to medium term, on some of the 1 hour, the 4-hour charts. Looks good, seeing consolidation, everything like that. But the one thing that I'm really not liking still is that daily chart showing signals that we could still have some more room to push down, even if it's down to 5,700 to 6,000. So one other thing I want to mention for those of you guys who are looking for some pretty undervalued crypto, Ethereum's taken a pretty big hit as of late, almost reaching $200 flat, but oversold on the daily. So if you want an alternative to Bitcoin right now, I would say Ethereum is a safer bet at this point. But jumping into the story, guys, Goldman Sachs CFO, the crypto ditch is fake news. So if you guys obviously watch the channel, in the last 2 days, we talked about the story that Goldman Sachs was ditching their plans to actually invest, to go into the cryptocurrency markets and create a trading desk for cryptocurrency. So the CFO actually came out and claims the story for postponing their plans as fake news. And I actually think this is quite interesting. The day after the story really had an effect, we see the CFO saying that it was fake news, because one thing that I thought is, I don't think they're ditching it. That doesn't make sense at all. And I really just thought it may be a way of manipulating the markets, which obviously did happen. Bitcoin saw huge drop. For those of you guys who haven't been looking at charts recently, Bitcoin just saw that huge drop from 6,400 all the way down to now 7,400 to 6,400. So shaved off about 1,000 to 1,100 in price in literally like 16 hours. So I really do think that there may have been some manipulation here. I don't know if it was directly by Goldman Sachs or if the fake news was really just propagated out there in order to have this effect on the market. But it wasn't like we announced anything or that anything had changed for us. I never thought I'd hear myself actually use this term, but I'd really have to describe that as fake news. So, he did come out and say that for the company. So I think that's a good sign, but I also think it may be a sign that markets are manipulated very easily, and that's something everyone has to keep in mind, which really, comes back to the fact that trading is not one-dimensional. There are many different impacts when it comes to price movements of not only Bitcoin but other assets as well. So I think that's just something to keep in mind, guys, when you are trying to navigate these markets. But overall, I just wanted to bring that to you guys because they did come out and announce that this is fake news. But getting more into it, it's a long road, and so I would just be speculating. Maybe someone who was thinking about our activities here got very excited that we would be making markets as principal and physical Bitcoin, and as they got into realizing that that's part of the evolution, but it's not here yet. So I did like the parts of this article that he talked a little bit more about their plans. So if you guys want to check out this article, go over to Crypto News and you can find it with this title. So that is all I have for you guys today. Again, if you guys want to get our daily market analysis every day, make sure to head over to our Facebook page and join our free Facebook group, and also follow our page as well because we post the market analysis there also. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys.